Welcome to Liberty Hill, where faith, freedom, and family take center stage. I'm Sherrie Conley, a mom, a grandmother, a former state representative, a former educator, a child advocate, and someone who believes in protecting our values for the next generation.
And I'm Kendra Wesson, a former state school board member and previous board member of a charter in Norman. I'm also a passionate voice for families, an advocate for liberty, and together we are diving deep into the conversations that matter most to you.
If you're concerned about education, parental rights, protecting children, and the future of our nation and our state, you've come to the right place.
We're here to challenge the status quo, speak truth boldly, and equip you with the knowledge and tools to stand up for what's right. After all, iron sharpens iron.
Yeah, that's good. Each episode, we'll tackle the tough issues, whether it's the battle over school choice, threats to our constitutional freedom, or exposing the agendas shaping the futures of our children.
And we're not just here to talk. We're here to inspire action, offer solutions, and bring hope to families who feel like they're fighting this battle alone.
So if you believe in faith, freedom, and the power of strong families, join us on Liberty Hill each week, Mondays at 6 p.m.
Be sure to subscribe, follow, and share, and let's build a community of bold voices that will not be silenced.
Welcome to Liberty Hill, where we take a stand and we never back down. Oh my gosh, we're frozen. Are we ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Liberty Hill. We are back here tonight with Ashley Rowland, and we are back for part 2 of our conversation about sexual assault in schools. So thank you so much for joining us. I hope you had a wonderful evening and weekend, Resurrection Sunday, and that you got to spend some time with family. So welcome back, and let's dive right in. So last Monday, we were having a conversation about Ashley's journey, and we wanted to bring Ashley back so that we could have a conversation about where we need to go from here. What are the issues that need to be addressed, and legislation? Why is this happening so much? Why do we have schools that are ignoring it? Why are they passing the trash? Just all of the things on the legal side and on the back side of the issue. Really, our goal is to stop it completely.
Yes.
But we have some work that needs to be done to work on the cases on the backside after the reports are made. And so let's talk about some of those things. So we talked last week about your case, that you reported it. You thought that everything had, gone on to the court system, or something was done. You ran into your abuser, and that made you curious about what had happened with him and where that was. Remind the audience what happened once you figured out that he had not gone to jail. What did you do?
In 2020, I looked up his teaching record and had found out that he had been passed to another school after my abuse had been reported, as well as within 4 years impregnated another student, and left the teaching and coaching community for about 5 years, and then married this now woman. She was 21 at this point, and then went back to teaching and coaching, and has been in the school system ever since, until I was able to get his license removed this last year.
Okay, so let's talk about why has he not been held responsible for what he did to you and a countless other number of young girls? What is the problem in the state of Oklahoma that has kept justice from knocking on his door?
I wish that was a simple answer, but it's kind of a, a deep, answer, kind of what we've been talking about. Because it's been allowed for so long.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't until I started doing my own investigation into my own abuse and uncovered this ring of abuse by these teachers and found out that the man that abused me had abused many other girls. But I found out that he had abused prior to me and then abused after me and passed, to multiple schools. I believe he himself was at 10 to 15 different schools off the top of my head. And each school, each community, nobody wants to be the one to stand up and say, we will not have this.
Mm-hmm.
We will not take this as a offense towards us. We will
Mm-hmm.
take this as your predator, towards our students.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody wants to get rid of it quietly.
Yeah.
It's the same that we've seen within the religious community, within churches, that we've seen, in the Boy Scouts of America. It's the same repeated behavior. And so I guess that's my big answer, is because nobody wants to break the cycle.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to continue to do the same thing, which doesn't work unless you're wanting to keep abusers in a place of power. And
Yeah.
so I think our schools are riddled up, not just in Oklahoma, but across the United States, with pedophiles that are hiding. They have access to children. We should be more on guard and recognize that. And instead, it's like I'm having to scream it out to people, that these people are laying and waiting. And I'm 40 years old, and I know that those from my generation, they know what's going on. That's been made very clear to me over the last 5 years since I started doing my investigation. I mean, there's so many that it happened to them, or they saw it happening, or they heard rumors